Hey everyone, Vinayak here. So this is the Asus ROG Strix Scar 17, which is touted to be the fastest AMD gaming laptop available. Let's put their claims to the test. So this is the Asus ROG Strix Scar 17 G733P. It comes with AMD's cream of the crop CPU, the Ryzen 9 7945HX 3D, which also integrates 3D V-cache technology and 128 MB of level 3 cache. The laptop also includes Nvidia's RTX 4090 mobile GPU with 16 GB of VRAM. It's a miracle that all this hardware is crammed within this chassis. The Ryzen 9 7945HX 3D is a 16-core 32-thread behemoth with a 65-watt TDP. It's the fastest AMD laptop CPU at present. The build is standard Asus fare with a plastic all-round bottom and the keyboard deck, etc. Everything is plastic except for the top, which also houses the display, which has the Asus logo, and this logo lights up. I couldn't find any way to change the lighting here, so I think it doesn't have RGB and only glows white. We have these mini ROG logos going across as a strip. It does need to showcase some gaming DNA, or it would just be a bland office laptop. ROG is marked here near the vents. In earlier models, these used to be customizable with other taglines and colors, but now it's fixed. Not a deal breaker, but something to note. At 3.3 kg, it's heavy. Not much, but you will notice it in your backpack, which is guaranteed when you include the charging brick, which is 330 watts. It will give you a good workout when carrying it around, but there are laptops that are heavier. But this is a necessary evil if you want the power of a desktop PC in a portable form factor. And the CPU can pull up to 65 watts and the GPU is allocated up to 175 watts out of the available 330 watts. And IO wise, we have two USB-A ports on the side with a 3.5mm audio jack. The front, which also spills over to the sides, has this cool RGB lighting. The right hand side is devoid of any ports. I'm surprised they have nothing here. They do have all that space. The majority of the ports can be found here. We have a power connector for the included 330 watt power brick, a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet jack, a HDMI 2.1 port, and two Type-C ports, of which one has direct connection to the dedicated GPU. And these are not Thunderbolt, which is Intel's tech and is sadly not included. Now for the keyboard, it looks quite nice with all this RGB lighting, and using Aura Sync within Asus's Armory Crate software, we can customize the lighting. You can also customize the lighting zone wise or even per key. We have stickers here indicating what hardware we have within. The keyboard does have a bit of flex, but does feel robust too around the trackpad. This side, only on the top, we have a little bit more flex. And the trackpad is responsive and supports multitask gestures. We have the same mini ROG logo strip going on the deck. Typing on the keyboard, nice chiclet design. They have a bit of travel and are clicky too. The lighting is pretty good, making them visible even in the dark. The RGB effects are really cool. Keys are of a decent size, and I'm glad that none of them have been impaired in any way size-wise. We have a numpad available on the right. It's a little cramped. That's how they are generally on gaming laptops. We have a few media control keys, we have the backlight or the Aura key, fan mode change, and other function keys too. This is how the power button looks. The laptop can be opened up using one hand. The hinge is tight enough. We have a 720p camera here. Considering the price of this laptop, these small niggles should not be present at all. 720p webcam in this day and age? So this is the quality of the webcam on this laptop. It's only 720p, but at least some vendors have been removing webcams off their laptops, so at least you have a webcam and there's a backup for meetings, emergency meetings. The display aspect ratio is 16:9, which is great for media consumption, gaming, editing, etc. 16:10 I feel is more for document editing, presentations. That's what I feel. The display is a 17.3-inch QHD, or in other words 2560 by 1440 pixels. It's not OLED, it's not mini OLED, but it is IPS. Its saving grace is that it has a fast 240Hz refresh rate, and its color accuracy is also pretty good. The display is also matte and has an anti-glare coating, which is a plus. The display reaches a max of 320 nits brightness, which is not the brightest, but it's great for watching and playing indoors. We have support for Nvidia Optimus, Dolby Vision, HDR. The laptop also supports 100% DCI P3 color space. It supports G-Sync and has a response time of 3 milliseconds. Armory Crate is Asus's one-stop shop for all your laptop settings. Change the CPU boost profile, change fan speeds, control the RGB settings, update your laptop, everything can be done from this dashboard. Most of the laptop's budget went into the RTX 4090 tax, which is the key feature of this laptop, and paired with the Ryzen 9 7945HX 3D, the cost just hit the roof. But this laptop is still cheaper than the Titan series, which has an all-aluminum build and also costs much more. But what you want to know are the performance numbers, so here they are. The Cinebench, these are the scores. 30,190 points in Cinebench. My desktop doesn't get that kind of a score. Gaming, here are the benchmarks. First we have 3D Mark's TimeSpy. It scored around 12,982. TimeSpy Extreme we get 9,700 points. Port Royal we get 13,889 points. Firestrike is 39,593. Firestrike Ultra is 12,420. Speedway 5718. The internal GPU, the Radeon 610M, is quite underpowered and scored only 805 points in TimeSpy. Now for actual games. Red Dead Redemption, an oldie but a great game nonetheless. 1440p ran at a healthy 100 plus FPS. Atomic Heart at atomic settings, the game looks amazing and at these settings was still hitting more than 100 FPS. At 1440p we have 130 plus FPS, hitting 150 FPS at times. At 1080p it ran at 160 plus FPS most of the time. Cyberpunk 2077, a game that brings many desktop GPUs to their knees, ran smoothly on this laptop, and this is with DLSS on. 1440p we get around 75 to 85 FPS as per where we are in the game. 1080p we get around 88 to 100 FPS, again location specific. Starfield, The Lodge, at 1440p we get around 100 FPS. New Atlantis does drop down below 60 FPS, and other areas we get 100 and over FPS at times. High on Life, a new game that I've been trying, frame rates are high, no drops at all. 1440p we get 140 to 180 FPS, again location specific. Lies of P, this game is not very taxing on the GPU and we get around 180 to 210 FPS at 1440p and 200 to 240 FPS in 1080p. The included SSD is fast, it hits 7.3 Gbps in read speeds, but write speeds seem to be only 2.45 Gbps. The laptop is a beast, scoring more than my desktop. Not that it's a powerful desktop, but a desktop nonetheless. So any task that needs CPU power like editing, image manipulation, AI, CAD design, this laptop will breeze through. Let's check out Blender. The laptop was quite fast, and with CUDA support, we have a RTX 4090 within, rendered super fast too. Raster performance, ray tracing, anything you throw at the laptop, it performed like a champ. And while running the laptop full tilt, we can hear the fans. Asus claims the max sound to be 52 dB. It's not that loud, but it's not that quiet either. These are the internals. Be careful to not rip the cables connected to the lid. It comes with 32 GB of DDR5 RAM, which runs at 4800 MHz, and the storage is only 1 TB. RAM is upgradable to 64 GB and storage in-store is upgradable to 4 TB. You can purchase storage separately and increase it. And we are provided with 2 NVMe slots, so we can have max 2 NVMe drives installed at a time. The laptop has triple band Wi-Fi 6E 802.11ax with Bluetooth 5.3. Sound quality is fine, speakers are below here and here. Battery is 90 Wh, which with this powerful system lasts maximum 2 hours when gaming and under 4 hours when browsing. That is with the dedicated GPU. Switch to the integrated graphics and you can get up to 7 hours of use. Vapor chamber cooling is a plus, allowing the CPU and GPU to boost more, giving us more performance. The Strix G17 features Thermal Grizzly's cutting-edge conductor knot extreme liquid metal, which improves heat transfer from the CPU. Nvidia broadcast features are also available. So these are the Nvidia broadcast options that we have. It can real-time remove noise. In the sense, you have any background noise, you can remove it using this option over here. And you have the room echo removal. If your room is echoing a lot, you can use the option here. And this is what is interesting actually. You have the camera options.
and this is the integrated camera, and this is 720p, and you have options like background blur, background replacement. Quite nice actually. Auto frame, this is nice. It keeps you in the center, so if you move anywhere, it keeps you always in the center. But this is doing that by actually cropping in and then digitally moving around in the frame. So this is how it works. Video noise removal. If you have a low light kind of a shot and you want to remove the noise in the video, it can do it real time.
It looks like I'm bashing the laptop a lot, but nitpicking is due to the cost of the laptop. At that price, I expect a lot better build quality and features. Asus has crammed the best specs of a laptop, but have removed some quality specific items. The laptop on its own works like a beast. It boosts high and stays cool due to its vapor chamber cooling. Performance is on par or even better than some desktops. But this performance comes at a price, but it is still a notch below the Titan series. But all things considered, the Asus ROG Strix Scar 17 is probably the best bang for your buck and the fastest laptop that you can buy right now. So what are your thoughts? Would you purchase a laptop like the Asus ROG Strix Scar 17, or would you be better off building a desktop? There are reasons you would pick up a performance laptop with the fastest CPU and GPU available, especially considering portability. So what do you think? Make sure to comment below. Also make sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are added. Thank you for watching and see you all next time.